What's up, guys? Sports Snippets. Dennis Sullivan here to discuss the Miami Heat and their narrow 5-point victory over the Chicago Bulls on Sunday night. It was a good game to watch, especially in the second half. I want to talk to you about this game, break it down for you. Before we do get started, if you do like the content of this particular video, go right ahead. You guessed it. Hit the thumbs up. I'd be very much appreciative of that. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have yet to do so. Sports Snippets with Dennis Sullivan. Hit that notification bell for future videos as well. Got a lot of basketball to talk about as we head into the playoffs. And I will be posting plenty of videos regarding the Miami Heat. So let's get started, guys. Wow. That was some game. It was a good game on Saturday night. It started off, it was all Heat in the first half. I'm sitting here going, well, this is going to be a blowout. I mean, Heat are going to cruise to a 25, 30-point victory. I could see it a mile away. That was not the case, as we all know by now. And the Heat would still prevail when all was said and done, but I mean, it got a little interesting there in the second half. Got a little interesting. And the final would wind up 106-101. Heat now they improved the record 32-29. And one thing I have not been talking about much, and we'll start focusing on this more as we head into the final 10-11 games of the season. They're having that play-in again. Remember, they started that last year in the playoffs, so it's more than 6 teams technically. So more than 8 teams technically. So you want to get the top 6 seeds to avoid that playing that extra game. The play-in. Got to win 2 for the lower seeds. So technically, I believe it's 10 teams get in. So I'll talk more about that at some point. But long story short, the Heat really got to fight to finish in the top 6. They were seeded 7th going into Saturday. They do play the Celtics 2 in a row right towards the very end of the season. They were talking about that on the telecast tonight. So, guys, that's just something to think about here as we move into the final games of the season. The Heat would shoot about 45% from the field. Nothing spectacular at all. Chicago, 48%, a little over 48%. If you look at the team's stats, it was very even three-point shooting. Heat were just under 38%. Bulls, they were a little over 34%. Heat made 14 threes. Bulls made 13 threes. Very close. Rebounding, the Bulls held a slight advantage. Of course, the Heat play everyone that is 6'5" on the Heat. It seems no Precious again in the game. No KZ Okpala. We'll have to talk about that. I want to see how that plays out. Looks like they're out of the rotation. I haven't seen Precious for 2 games now. I haven't seen KZ Okpala for 2 games. Chicago would win the battle of the boards 42-37. Where the Heat really benefited themselves was in the turnover department. They would only turn the ball over 10 times, and they would turn over the Bulls 17 times. So there's a key team stat right there. The Heat win the turnover battle 17-10. Duncan Robinson had a really good game, hitting all kinds of threes from everywhere, 23 points and 6 rebounds and a steal. The Heat would improve the record to 32-29 on the season. Jimmy Butler had a strong second half after a slow start. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals for Jimmy Butler. Kendrick Nunn had another nice game. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Kendrick's playing with a ton of confidence at the guard position. He's looking for his shot. He's playing very aggressively offensively, and he looks really good. Bam would also score. So the Heat had 4 players score 20 or more points. Bam would finish with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists, along with 2 steals too. So Bam really played a nice all-around game. Trevor Ariza, not quite as much in the spotlight as he was on Friday night against the Hawks. 4 points, 4 rebounds, and assist. He did have a steal and a block. The Heat bench was once again very quiet. Of course, again, no KZ, no Precious. Hero was not available to play with a sore foot. Goran was not available to play either, Goran Dragic. Andre Iguodala would have 6 points, a rebound, along with 2 steals. He always plays well, a nice all-around game. Max Strus would get some playing time, 5 points and a rebound. Gabe Vincent would get some playing time, 2 points, 3 rebounds, an assist. Dwayne Dedmon looked pretty good, 4 points, but he had 6 rebounds and a steal. So the Heat going with Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, and no Precious and no KZ. So let me know what you think about that. What's going on with that? How come the Heat, it's the small ball Heat again? I mean, this is like, if it weren't for Dedmon, we wouldn't have any big guys playing off the bench tonight at all. So he would go 9 in the rotation tonight. Iguodala, Strus, Dedmon, and Gabe Vincent off the bench. I'm not, I know that he just won a key game. They won by 5 points. I'm not really in favor of how the Heat have been using their bench these last few games. So I'm a little bit concerned there. There's got to be more to the story that I'm just not aware of. But as of right now, guys, I'm not very happy with how the Heat have been using their bench the last few games. I just can't be that excited. Now, regarding that topic, I'm sorry. Now, for the Bulls. Now, keep in mind, guys, the Heat were up by 20 points at the half. And all of a sudden, if there is a red flag, if you will, or something to be concerned about in this game, the Heat, playing a beautiful first half, again, 20-point lead, looking really good. And then next thing you know, it's like a 5-point lead. And that was because the second unit could not hold the lead whatsoever in the latter parts of the third quarter, early fourth quarter, and Butler and Bam and everyone else had to play a rather lengthy fourth quarter, again, because second unit, they just couldn't hold on. They couldn't hold the lead at all, from what I saw. Nicola Vucevic, he was amazing for Chicago Bulls. That's a great pickup for them. 26 points, 14 rebounds. Are you kidding me? 6 assists. Coby White had a tremendous game. Between Vucevic and White, they both played great. White would have 31 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Game high 31 for Coby White. Daniel Theis played well, 9 points, 6 rebounds, and a steal. Patrick Williams, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. Garrett Temple, 2 points, 4 assists. Denzel Valentine played very nice off the bench for the Bulls. Very nice all-around game for him. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 3 steals and 2 blocks for Denzel Valentine, making it happen on both ends. Laurie Markkanen, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Thaddeus Young would have 6 points, 4 assists, and a steal. He added 2 rebounds. Ryan Arcidiacono. It took me a few tries there, guys. I think I got it on the second try there with the last name. 3 points. He did have a rebound and 2 assists for the point guard. And Tomas Satoransky didn't play that much. He's a good backup guard for Chicago. He only played 2 points. He only scored, 2 points and had a rebound. Not sure what. Maybe he's not 100%. I know he missed a little bit of time not too long ago, Tomas Satoransky. So he wasn't as much of a factor as he normally would be. So the Heat get the win. That's the important thing. They play the same team, the Bulls, Monday night, the 26th. Against Chicago. Should be interesting. So, a 20-point halftime lead turns into a very close game, but the Heat pull it out. By 5, 106-101. Key victory. Let's watch how those other teams are doing. Can't believe the Knicks have won 9 in a row. Are you kidding me? They're looking really good, along with the Atlanta Hawks, as discussed. So the Heat, the Eastern Conference, is very, very competitive this year. Very underrated. Doesn't get the credit it it deserves, in my opinion. Indiana is probably going to get in, and they're a sleeper team, as I've stated on many occasions. At the very least, they will get into that play-in, if that's what you call it. I'm still getting used to it, guys. You got to bear with me on that one. So go ahead, leave a comment. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.